Ari was the most popular internet celebrity, with the largest fanbase online. Just one of her photos could turn an obscure shop into a superstar business, earning tens of billions annually. However, at the peak of her fame and fortune, a conspiracy led to her untimely death. Yet sometime later, someone with the same name and appearance as Ari started a live broadcast. She claimed not only to expose the person responsible for Ari's murder, but also to reveal the journey behind Ari's rise to fame. Did you know? Before becoming an internet celebrity, Ari was just an ordinary saleswoman. She went door to door in luxury homes selling cosmetics. If the homeowners returned, their housekeepers would often shoo her away. One day, Ari didn't manage to leave in time and had to hide in the homeowner's wardrobe. While inside, she overheard a conversation that would change her life forever. Back then, she was simply struggling to make a living. Zhang and Minhye were two major internet celebrities who recently caused an online scandal. Chat records revealed widespread implications, dragging many other influencers into the mess, including Taejon, a wealthy socialite connected to the owner of the luxury house. Si-hyun. Si-hyun is the chairman of the foundation. That afternoon, Si-hyun spent time meeting with other influencers who wanted to sue Zhang and Minhye. However, Si-hyun refused to get involved. Upon returning home, she called her husband and told him to stay out of the matter. Ari, still hiding in the wardrobe, overheard their conversation. She had never cared about influencers, or even had an Instagram account before. Since her family went bankrupt, Ari had dropped out of school to work. She worked tirelessly for meager earnings. Curious about how they earned their money, Ari went home and downloaded the Instagram app. The next day, Ari's boss asked her to pick out a gift for his wife. Ari went to Bulgari with her friend to choose one. Unexpectedly, she ran into an old friend there. Zhang was Ari's high school classmate and is now a very popular internet celebrity. She has a massive fan base and earns in a month what most people can't make in a lifetime. Ari couldn't believe how much Zhang had changed. Back in school, Zhang was the most unremarkable girl in their class. She used to take Ari's discarded backpacks to use, but now her casual purchases cost millions. Seeing Zhang opened Ari's eyes to a new world. She had always guessed that influencers made money, but she never imagined it could be this profitable. Ari quickly registered an Instagram account, wanting to learn how to become an influencer. Unfortunately, no one taught her. She could only watch others attract followers and make money. Luckily, Zhang didn't know Ari's family had gone bankrupt. She still thought Ari was a rich socialite and invited her to an influencer party. Zhang believed that having someone like Ari, who seemed like a wealthy socialite, by her side would elevate her own status. When Ari's mother heard she was invited to the party, she immediately gave Ari a designer dress. The dress, however, was actually a piece a customer had left at her mother's tailor shop for repairs. Ari didn't want to wear someone else's clothes, but her mother insisted. That evening, all the influencers and millionaires arrived at the party in luxury cars. Only Ari arrived in a taxi, making her feel out of place. She found it hard to blend in with the crowd. While she was lost in her thoughts, someone approached her. The man named Jun Kyung. He asked where she get the dress. Ari was confused and didn't know what the man was saying. Unaware of the situation, Ari wanted to call the police to report Jun Kyung, but with just a few words, Jun Kyung saw through her and realized she wasn't actually a rich socialite. However, tonight's party was sponsored by Jun Kyung's company, so he didn't hold a grudge against Ari. After entering the party, Ari's perception of the world was once again shaken. The venue was filled with wealthy and influential people. Yet, people like Zhang, who came from humble beginnings, managed to change their fate by becoming influencers. Zhang kept boasting to everyone about how incredible Ari was, wealthy, accomplished, and successful. Ari felt awkward and didn't know how to admit the truth. Unexpectedly, Si-hyun and Taejon walked over at that moment. Everyone started asking Ari where she bought her dress. Feeling deeply embarrassed, Ari didn't know how to respond. Fortunately, Si-hyun didn't make things difficult for her. She calmly explained that the dress was likely purchased in London, as it was one of the last pieces available there. Ari was even more embarrassed. In front of Si-hyun, Ari felt like an ugly duckling. Ari didn't want to lie anymore and decided to tell the truth. Zhang was shocked and humiliated. At this moment, Ari's disgrace was also her own. Just as Ari was about to turn and leave, Binima stormed into the party and slapped Zhang across the face. She angrily demanded to know why Zhang hadn't invited her to the party. It turned out that Zhang had climbed to fame by constantly flattering Binima, who had helped her gain exposure step by step. Now that Zhang had gained recognition, she was cutting ties. Hearing their argument, Ari finally understood the way into the influencer world. To gain fame, one must align with those who are already famous. Only by leveraging the influence of others can one rise quickly and become the next big thing. Ari began exploring the influencer world. She realized that influencers truly make money, but trying to become famous on her own was difficult. She needed to find another influencer to mentor her or join a company that could package her image. Ari's former classmate, Zhang, was already an influencer. Just by appearing briefly in one of Zhang's live streams, Ari gained hundreds of followers. Some advertisers even reached out, wanting to collaborate with her. Ari didn't understand the standard pricing for ads and decided to consult a company specializing in influencer branding. Zhang had become famous through this consulting company, so Ari thought, if Zhang can do it, why can't I? Ari decided to join the company. When the boss found out, he immediately took her for a makeover. The company offered free hairstyling for influencers with over 1,000 followers and sponsored clothing for those with more than 10,000 followers. As long as you had fans and traffic as an influencer, you could enjoy food, entertainment, and travel for free, and even earn money. The boss called Zhang and planned to pair her with Ari for promotional purposes. This would not only restore Zhang's reputation, but also officially introduce Ari to the public. Zhang was very unhappy about this. Ari also spoke up, saying this was just a business collaboration and that she wouldn't have any private interactions with Zhang. Only then did Zhang agree to take her along. Zhang organized an event, inviting her fake influencer friends while also bringing Ari along for photos. Even though Ari wasn't wearing any name-brand items, her outfit still attracted attention from fans. The next day, Ari followed Zhang's instructions and brought items to a charity event. This event was hosted by the wealthy and elegant Si-hyun. Normally Ari wouldn't qualify to attend, but Si-hyun still gave her a spot. Once inside, Ari quickly realized that the venue was surrounded by luxury brands. It dawned on her that this wasn't a place for someone like her, who would spend money on her items in the name of charity. Time had passed, and the influencers mocked Ari for overestimating herself. After being humiliated for a long time, Ari had no choice but to leave with her things in tow. Unfortunately, she was so flustered that she tripped and fell. Everyone turned to watch her make a fool of herself. Ari was completely at a loss. Just then, Jun Kyung appeared. With Jun Kyung's support, the crowd stopped mocking her. Jun Kyung's status and position were beyond what these influencers could compare to. That evening, Ari couldn't stop thinking about it. She didn't understand why someone like Jun Kyung would care so much about her. Even more surprising, her follower count had skyrocketed to over 9,000 in a single day. Ari was both shocked and dissatisfied. After enduring today's humiliation, she now had an overwhelming desire to climb to the top. She wanted more followers, to surpass Zhang, and to reach a higher status. Determined, Ari picked up her phone and started typing out her next steps. Ari decided to post a bold update on her IG profile, claiming that she was different from other influencers. She told fans not to treat her like a princess and suggested that if they wanted to worship someone, they should follow another influencer. Ari thought this would set her apart, but instead, she was bombarded with harsh criticism. With Jun Kyung's support, Ari gained access to valuable resources, quickly leveling up her status. As Ari's transformation drew attention, rumors about her relationship with Jun Kyung also started to spread. A budding romance between a rising influencer and a wealthy heir? Whether Ari and Jun Kyung were truly together, only they knew. One day, Ari encounters another influencer. Now, seeing Ari's connection to Jun Kyung, this influencer proposes making amends and even suggests introducing Ari to Taejeon, a difficult second-generation heiress. If Taejeon accepts Ari, she would no longer be targeted. Before agreeing, Ari consults a mysterious fan of hers, digging up dirt on other influencers. She discovers many scandals. One was an escort before becoming an influencer, and one even uses their fame to help a spouse sell fake luxury cars. Surprise, Ari decides she doesn't want to be like them and plans to open her own online store to make honest money. Fearing retaliation, she agrees to meet Taejon at a bar. When Taejon sees Ari, she becomes furious for unclear reasons. Ari is about to leave when the influencer reassures her that Taejon's mood will soon change. Moments later, a group of men enters the private room, making the situation even more tense. Meanwhile, Jun Kyung is on a date with Si Hyun, Taejon's sister-in-law and his former lover. They discuss their past and Si Hyun's decision to leave him and marry Taejon's brother, a choice Jun Kyung still resents. Their conversation is cut short when Si Hyun's husband interrupts. Back at the bar, Ari is finally escorted into the private room. To her surprise, Taejon's demeanor changes completely. She starts complimenting Ari's looks. Suspicious, Ari notices a box on the table and opens it, only to find illegal substances inside. Shocked, Ari confronts the influencer about what's going on, but the influencer brushes it off, claiming it's normal in this circle. Ari realizes she's been pulled into something far darker than she anticipated. She realizes just how much pressure and manipulation exist in this circle. When Taejon posts photos from the gathering online, Si Hyun and her husband quickly arrive, demanding the photos be deleted. Ari, overwhelmed by the chaos, tries to leave, but encounters Jun Kyung outside. Jun Kyung, disappointed, assumes Ari is like the others. Before Ari can explain, a scream from inside the room interrupts them. Rushing back, they find a man on the floor, unresponsive after an overdose. Panic ensues as Si Hyun's husband takes charge, warning Ari to stay quiet and seizing her phone. Despite his reassurances, Ari remains uneasy. The group hastily leaves the scene, but Ari can't shake her discomfort. The incident leaves Ari deeply unsettled. Although Si Hyun shields her from the bar manager's retaliation, Ari's involvement guarantees her life will no longer be peaceful. She learns the bar often supplies influencers with services beyond partying, including providing men for entertainment. Tragedies like men collapsing from overdose are ignored. No one bothers to call for help. Ari reflects on her own journey. As a rising fashion influencer, her fame grew due to rumors of a relationship with Jun Kyung. However, the darker side of her world leaves her questioning her choices. She considers calling for help regarding the overdose victim, but gets distracted when a friend informs her she's gone viral. Ari's recent fashion posts are a hit, and fans are urging her to start an online store. Just as Ari begins to plan her next steps, Si Hyun approaches her. Si Hyun attempts to smooth things over, claiming Taejon's group will keep silent about the incident. However, Ari refuses to sign a confidentiality agreement under pressure. Si Hyun's husband then tries to intimidate Ari, but she stands firm. Jun Kyung eventually steps in. He confronts Si Hyun's husband directly, leading to a tense standoff. Despite her rising fame, Ari begins to understand the high price of survival in the influencer world. Ari's rise as a fashion influencer continues as her outfits sell out and her online store gains traction, amassing hundreds of thousands of fans. Even the CEO of her influencer agency praises her rapid growth, predicting she'll soon surpass the reigning top influencer. However, Ari isn't content with signing sponsorship deals. She dreams of creating her own brand, designing and producing original items. Meanwhile, a group of rival influencers, known as the Nameless Club, sees Ari's success as a threat. They scheme to sabotage her by intercepting her inventory, preventing her from fulfilling fan orders. This move risks damaging Ari's reputation and reducing her popularity. When Ari confronts the mastermind, she learns the club is determined to maintain their dominance and warns her that she'll never surpass them. Unwilling to back down, Ari discreetly contacts her mystery fan for help. This fan, a well-connected figure, uncovers the mastermind's hidden scandals, giving Ari leverage. During a high-stakes poker game, where influencers spend millions to assert dominance, Ari uses the secrets to confront the mastermind. She warns her to stop interfering, but Ari knows intimidation alone isn't enough to secure her position. After being sabotaged and mocked by rival influencers, she refuses to give in. Using secrets she uncovered about Angela, the influential influencer who once dragged her into the chaotic nightlife scene, Lily coerces Angela into giving up her front row seat at an upcoming fashion show. Furthermore, Angela provides her with information about top model Kui Chun, a fashion icon Ari is eager to impress. Ari secures a collaboration with her agency to obtain the latest designer pieces, including one that Kui Chun owns. However, Ari's unmatched styling skills transform the outfit into a unique look. At the show, Ari's unexpected presence in the front row shocks her rivals, sparking envy and disbelief. Ignoring their stare, Ari focuses on catching Kui Chun's attention, knowing that gaining her favor could open doors to the fashion elite. Ari seizes the moment, asking Kui Chun for a photo together. Instead of posting it herself, she waits for Kui Chun to share it with her millions of followers. The strategy works perfectly. Once Kui Chun uploads the picture, Ari's reputation skyrockets. Her small online shop transforms into a full brand, with a team managing everything from design to sales. Ari's mother, brother, and best friend join her growing business. However, not everyone celebrates Ari's rise. Si Hyun, a former friend now married to a wealthy man she doesn't love, grows increasingly jealous. She notices that Jun Kyung, the wealthy heir who has always admired Ari, is genuinely captivated with her. Si Hyun realizes that despite her own feelings for Jun Kyung, she lost him the moment she chose to marry for status. Meanwhile, Ari turns to Jun Kyung for help in expanding her business into cosmetics, using his company's influence. Jun Kyung agrees without hesitation, but he has one condition, left unspoken for now. Ari's influence has skyrocketed. She is now so powerful that even the top influencers can't do anything to stop her. She's the one who gets the newest fashion items, and even the owner of the influencer packaging company, once authoritative, now desperately seeks her collaboration. However, Ari refuses to hand over product selection decisions to anyone else. She feels responsible for her fans and wants to keep control over her brand. At a party, Ari narrowly avoids an accident when she bumps into a woman. Despite being offered help, the woman refuses to go to the hospital and heads into the party. Ari finds it odd but proceeds to the event, where all the attention is on her. The influencers are furious as Ari steals the spotlight, even outshining Kui Chun, who only speaks to her. This makes some influencers, like Taejeon, extremely jealous and frustrated. Taejeon attempts to confront Ari but ends up embarrassing herself by slipping and falling. Later, after the party ends, Ari encounters Taejeon's brother, who tries to threaten her. However, a woman, who Ari recognizes as the one she almost bumped into earlier, creates a commotion with the bar manager. The woman reveals that her brother worked at the bar and died under mysterious circumstances. She suspects foul play and demands answers, prompting Ari and Si Hyun to wonder if Taejeon might have been involved in a similar incident before. Si Hyun, disturbed by these events, becomes increasingly upset, and Jun Kyung tries to comfort her. However, Si Hyun pushes him away, feeling betrayed by his lack of reaction when she was forced to marry Taejeon's brother. She recalls that the dress Ari wore, which once belonged to her, was a gift from Jun Kyung. Despite their past love, Si Hyun feels abandoned, leading to their breakup. The two finally confront their emotions, but Jun Kyung remains concerned for Si Hyun's safety. Meanwhile, Ari is unaware of the tension between them, enjoying her rise in fame. Though she's uncertain about her feelings for Jun Kyung, she recognizes the value of his connections and resources in her career. Ari is worried because her mysterious fan hasn't replied to her messages in a while. When they finally reconnect, the fan accuses Ari of changing and demands that Ari respond instantly to her messages. Ari refuses the unreasonable request, angering the fan. Soon after, Taejeon receives a private message asking if she wants to know how Ari rose to fame. This sparks Taejeon's interest, and the next day, a shocking news story spreads across the internet. The headline reveals that an influencer was involved in the death of a man at a bar, accompanied by photos of Taejeon and Ari together. Ari, who hasn't seen the news yet, is busy discussing a collaboration with a major Chinese influencer while it's raining outside. A mysterious woman arrives at her store, and Ari initially thinks it's her fan. However, the woman turns out to be another influencer, Zhang, who was once famous before Ari's rise. Zhang had been involved in a public feud with another influencer, which led to an expose of many influencers' secrets. Now, Zhang wants to collaborate with Ari to reveal the hidden truths of the influencer world. Ari, however, refuses, as she no longer wants to be involved in dirty tactics to gain fame. She realizes that after achieving success, there's no need to make enemies by exposing others. Meanwhile, Ari is also keeping an eye on Si-hyun's situation. Si-hyun's younger brother, Tae-jon, is involved in the death of a man, and Ari was present at the scene that night. They've only recently learned of the man's death, and Ari feels guilty and uneasy. She wonders if things might have been different if she had called the police immediately. Si-hyun advises Ari to avoid getting involved, as doing so would not only risk retaliation from Tae-jon, but also lead to being blacklisted online. Ari is distressed and seeks some quiet, but when she sees her best friend streaming products at the company, she feels upset because the products were not approved by her. After their confrontation, Ari's friend stops coming to the company, and soon, the police visit Ari. Someone has exposed the events at the bar online, and the police ask her about it. Ari, busy with a live broadcast, lies to cover up the truth. Ari doesn't feel happy and isolates herself, as she plans to go to the police station to reveal what she witnessed that night at the bar. Ari wants to give the deceased man justice, but her attempt to speak out is blocked by Tae-jon's connections. Her actions lead to tension with Tae-jon, who sees her as a threat. Meanwhile, the mysterious influencer, Min-hye, and others try to use this information against Ari, but they are unaware that Ari has already gone to the police. Unfortunately, her efforts to help only worsen her situation. Unbeknownst to Ari, she's now in the crosshairs of her enemies, while she continues to struggle with the pressure of her career. While Ari and her team are discussing the situation, she receives a call from her mother, informing her about the online backlash she's facing. Someone has leaked her conversations with the mysterious person, but the content has been tampered with, painting Ari as insulting other influencers. This misrepresentation tarnishes her positive public image, and she becomes the target of online hate. Despite having Jun Kyung by her side, Ari feels overwhelmed by the criticism. That evening, she tries to clear her name with a live stream, but at the same time, Min-hye starts a stream of her own, blaming Ari for everything that happened at the bar. Min-hye, under the direction of Tae-jon, shifts the blame entirely onto Ari, making her the real culprit. Ari's live stream is filled with hate, and her products are returned in bulk. When the police arrest some of the trolls, Ari is shocked to find her best friend among them. Her friend, whom Ari had always treated well, had betrayed her. Devastated, Ari confronts her, but she misses the message from Jun Kyung. Jun Kyung, determined to help Ari, confronts Tae-jon's brother and threatens to expose his involvement. However, things take a dark turn when a truck hits Jun Kyung after sending Ari a message. As if things weren't bad enough, Ari's uncle, who managed her company, dies due to the stress of the situation. The public backlash, product returns, and the collapse of her company push him to suicide. In the face of this devastation, Ari contemplates suicide, but ultimately decides against it. Fortunately, Si-hyun still supports her, and she begins to suspect that Jun Kyung's accident was orchestrated by her husband. This suspicion leads to Si-hyun threatening a divorce, which stalls her husband's attempts to manipulate the situation further. However, with the threat of a divorce, Si-hyun refuses to help Ari, leaving her feeling abandoned. Ari visits Jun Kyung at the hospital, where he is out of danger but still unconscious. As she reflects on their time together, and she realizes that she has developed feelings for him. However, it seems too late, and Ari contemplates ending her life by standing on the rooftop. Just as she is about to make the leap, Si-hyun rushes to her, pleading with her not to make such a drastic decision. Ari agrees to stay for the moment, but a few days later she calls Si-hyun, expressing her guilt and her desire to escape the pain. In her despair, Ari drives her car into the water, hoping that her death will elevate her fame. She believes that people have hated her while she was alive, but after her death, they will adore her. However, her story doesn't end there. After her death, A woman who looks exactly like her begins a live stream, telling Ari's story and revealing the injustices she faced. This draws widespread attention, and Ari's story becomes the talk of the town, leading to an overnight rise to fame. The truth about her life and the people who wronged her starts to surface. Taejeon is revealed to have been involved in the death of a man and covered it up to protect her secrets. Taejeon's team tries to destroy the evidence and track Ari's location, but the woman impersonating Ari is inaccessible, continuing to broadcast without revealing her whereabouts. As investigations ramp up, authorities get a search warrant for Taejeon's team, leading to a major crackdown. Meanwhile, Min Hye, who previously framed Ari's mother for crimes, is now trying to distance herself from Ari's comeback. She is desperate to protect her own reputation as Ari's new live streams stir up controversy and reveal even more hidden truths. Min Hye, still uncertain about Ari's death, wonders who is broadcasting in her place if Ari is truly dead. The police are investigating the situation, trying to track the location of the live stream to determine whether it's really Ari or some kind of ghost. Unexpectedly, Jun Kyung, who has just regained consciousness, is the first to find Ari's location. When he realizes she won't come out, he forcefully enters the place to find her. The person behind the mysterious posts and live streams is revealed to be the former black fan who once worked at a club, eavesdropping on various influencers' conversations and recording them. Over time, she accumulated secrets, using them to get closer to Ari. However, when Ari no longer fell under her control, the mysterious person sought to destroy her. After Ari's suicide from online bullying, the mysterious person felt a sense of satisfaction. However, they never anticipated that Ari would return from the dead. She starts a live stream, revealing the dark side of the influencer world and exposing the harm done to her by the mysterious person. Ari may not be dead yet. That's the current information the police have. Upon hearing this, the influencers were in a panic, with some attempting to flee the country and others trying to escape responsibility by claiming mental illness. Some went live to apologize, but no matter what they did, everyone who had hurt Ari would pay the price. Even Taejeon's rich brother was brought to the police station for questioning. Taejeon's brother thought that having money meant controlling everything, but what he had, Ari's boyfriend, Jun Kyung, also had. Jun Kyung found Taejeon's brother's lawyer and threatened him to join his side. In the end, the lawyer, to avoid being implicated, betrayed Taejeon's brother. Now, Taejeon's brother was finished. He collapsed to the ground in defeat, trying to light a cigarette. But all he could do was pick up the fallen cigarette butt. The villains were punished, but only the mysterious person remained free. One day, the mysterious man heard that Si-hyun had specifically requested her services, so she went in to give her a foot massage. However, to her surprise, the person in front of her was not Si-hyun, but Ari, the woman she had harmed to death. Ari had already contacted Si-hyun and, with her help, found the mysterious person. In the past, she had been terrified of this person, but now she realized she was nothing special. The mysterious woman was fierce online, but timid in real life. She had no real abilities. Her keyboard was her greatest weapon. They always blame the world for being unfair, thinking they work hard their entire lives but can't earn as much as internet celebrities do in a single day. The mysterious person jumped off the building. This wasn't the outcome Ari wanted. Finally, everything came to an end. Ari and Jun Kyung ended up together. Ari now had many supporters, but she didn't want to be an internet celebrity anymore. In this industry, you're praised today, but could be torn down tomorrow. Although having money is good, not everyone can bear the lifestyle that comes with it. Thanks for watching. Like and drop a heart if you love the story. See you next time.